Enough with the overhyped hardcore trends. Honestly, I cannot be bothered. So today I'll be starting a brand new hardcore world, except I don't have any goals. No grand plans, no ultimate starter base, no rushing the end, and no netherite speedruns. I'm just here to play Minecraft and see where the world takes me. Let's get into it. Well, here we are. Sup guys, my name's Flinko, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be starting a brand new hardcore series, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. As per any cliche start to Minecraft, let's go get some wood and some tools. Cool, and we can make an axe and a shovel. Okay, this cow obviously wants to die. It's getting on my nerves, man, holy hell. And we've actually got a lot of cows here, so I think we'll just start by having a little rampage.
I'm coming after you.
And now that we're finished petting the animals, I think we best go and explore the shipwreck over here. Anything good? Oh, we got some iron and some emeralds. Okay, that's absolute doo-doo. Sweet, and a buried treasure map. Speaking of buried treasure. Diamond! Ah! And there is already our first enemy. Oh, there's a witch, there's a creeper. Goodbye, Mr. Creeper. And with that, I think we should make a bed and go to sleep, because I'm not wanting to die on my first day. I started day 2 by quickly upgrading some of my tools and smelting some food. Okay, and where do we want to go? I think I actually want to stick to where we spawned over on this island here. So let's head back this way and do some exploring. I think the first thing I should do is go find some basic resources. It's like some coal and some iron. So let's head up this little hill and see what we can find. And there's some coal here, which we'll go ahead and mine up. And we'll mine this up too. And we've actually got a bit of a cave entrance here, so let's see if we can find some iron. And there we are. Looks like we've got 2 pieces. A lot of copper, which I don't want. And it looks like this cave goes all the way to Deep Slate. So let's hopefully go find some diamonds. Whoa! Look at the ores around here. Okay, let's mine some of this up. Okay, this is not good. Hopefully they start shooting each other soon, because I think I need to run. Yeah, let's just get out of there and heal up. Maybe before we keep going down, let's quickly smelt up some of this iron. Now with all this iron here, we can go ahead and we can craft ourselves up some iron armor. Hell no. Crap. That is probably the noobiest thing I've ever done. Let's all pretend like we didn't just see shit. Okay, well, we've got a chest plate and a helmet at least. So that's probably just going to have to do for the time being. Do we have enough to make any more? No, we do not. That is really embarrassing. I'm just going to get out of here and pretend like that didn't happen. Okay, can we see any diamonds from up here? It doesn't look like it. Oh, what the heck. I might just jump down and see what I can find. Screw it, let's do it. Okay, so obviously not the best start, but we'll see what we can find. Got some redstone. There's actually plenty of materials down here. Unfortunately, I just don't have a lot of space in my inventory right now. Crap. Okay, let's light some of this area up. And we really need to heal up. No, please don't let this kill me. Please don't let this kill me. Oh my gosh, witches are so annoying. How long does this last for? Okay, 6 more seconds. Holy hell. Oh my gosh, I can't catch a break. Jeepers. Okay, before we do anything else, I think we should quickly smelt up the rest of this iron and make the armor that we need. So let's chuck some of this in there and finish making our armor. And there we are. Let's go get some diamonds now. Hopefully it's more than one, but let's see. First diamond of the new world. And of course it's one. It always is. It's always one, isn't it? Oh well, at least we still have some from that shipwreck up there. Otherwise, I think I'm going to go and have a quick mining session. I don't normally start like this, but we're here, so let's see what we can gather. There we are. First diamond pickaxe of the series. Oh, I didn't even see those. Nice. Thank you, skeleton. So, I think what I might do while I'm down here is I might gather up a whole bunch of deep slate. Only because I'm probably going to use it sometime in the near future, and well, I'm already here. So, quick time lapse. No way! All I'm trying to do is mine some deep slate. Oh my gosh. You guys are definitely going to think this is rigged, but I can assure you it's not. What? This is just getting ridiculous now. Okay, and there we have it. Back to the surface. We're still safe, we're still alive, and we managed to keep all of our 43 friggin' diamonds, man. How great is that? I really did not mean to have this many diamonds this early on into our new world. However, with that being said, there's only one thing left for us to do, and that is to make full diamond armor on day 4. How crazy is that? And while we're here, we may as well make some diamond tools as well. I feel like we've probably done way too much of the mining stuff and the progressing. We really just need to get to some building. But before I do that, I just want to find a few saplings. Obviously, you know what I'm talking about. Spruce. Yeah, it's an essential for any good Minecrafter. So yeah, we'll go find some spruce, maybe some dark oak, some pale oak, whatever we can find. So yeah, let's start exploring. Tell you what, while I am here, I desperately need some more leather. So I'll go around and I'll tidy all these cows up. I also am going to need some food, obviously, so I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or shall I say 2 cows with 1 diamond axe. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, well, I'm still yet to find any saplings, so let's carry on. Is that... Oh, that must be what I think it is. Is that just a singular spruce tree? I mean, I'll take it, it's just what I need. And it's coming on night, so I'll quickly sleep once I get to the island. There's no way that's the only spruce. And there's a zombie protecting it. Okay, we'll have to be smart about this. Just kidding, it's not really that hard. Ah, it's so hard. Ah, I nearly lost my world. Okay. Oh, let's scale this almighty mountain and collect our reward. This has got to be the worst spruce biome I've ever seen. There's 1 tree there and 1 tree here. While I wait for those saplings to drop, I will go mine this tree over here. That tree quite literally only dropped 1 sapling. When does that happen? When did saplings not drop in abundance? This one better give me another one too. There's no way we only got 2 saplings from both of those trees. I really hope there's some more trees over this hill. So you're telling me those were the only 2 spruce trees in this biome? Anyway, back to exploring. One more spruce tree. Why is this game drip feeding me spruce wood? This game is corrupt, it genuinely is. One more spruce sapling. What even is this game, man? Oh, moss. I will happily take some moss.
One hour later.
So, I think I've had enough of exploring. We're pretty set for the time being, so I think we should make our way back to the base. There's a bloody spruce biome right here. Anyway, let's just sail off into the horizon. Another shipwreck. No, I'm sick of shipwrecks. I've explored too many of them now. Okay, well, we are back from our travels. I think I should chuck some of this stuff here away into a chest, and I should get some of those saplings planted so we can start growing them. So let's take that, and then I'll come over here and I'll plant some of these saplings. I also just want to take advantage of it being nighttime and run around and light the place up so we can stop mobs from spawning. No way! Did that, and it's full health! Okay. I am getting so lucky, but only while I'm here. I can't find anything that I need apart from around this shoreline here. So I really think that this is where I'm supposed to be right now. And what I want to do is I just want to put some real simple starter farms together, just so I can start gathering some resources for when I start building my base. I then decided to go through and randomly chop down a whole bunch of trees. 1, because I kind of needed the wood. 2, because I was procrastinating building my house. And 3, well, because I support deforestation. Just kidding. Please don't cancel me. Well, I think that's enough chopping trees for the time being. This is how much we have right here. That should be more than enough for our starter base. I then went and got a few extra levels to bring me up to level 30 because I finally wanted to make my first enchanting setup. And I already had all the resources that I need. So I made my books, I made my bookshelves, I made my enchanting table, and finally placed it all down. Okay, I'm just gonna do it and hope for the best. That is horrible. God awful. Ugh. Okay, well, I guess I'll head back down to the mines, continue mining out our stairway down to the mines, and I'll also try and get a few more levels. And with that, I want to start building my first house. So right off the rip, I'm liking this area here. I'm thinking if I level this out a little bit and I build my house where I'm standing now, and then we can later on have some kind of dock and village. Maybe we can convert this into a little pond. But yeah, for the time being, I think I just need to do a little bit of terraforming. So let's get into that. So I think the first thing I should do is lay out a bit of a foundation for how I want the layout of the house to be. I started by laying out a stone foundation for what would be our front porch. With the general layout for the porch done, I then used some dark oak logs to make the frame for the house. Now I wasn't actually sure what I was going for, so I just started placing blocks until something started to look good. And at this stage, surprisingly it was starting to look good. I then started framing a second level to the house to add a little bit of variation and level. And with that done, I could finally start working on the roof. And you know what? I actually think I need to make this whole middle section 1 block wider because this roof's looking really weird being 2 blocks wide in the middle. I think there needs to be a single channel in between. So yeah, let's build this frame 1 block across and then we'll look at redoing the roof because I'm not really liking how that's looking anyway. I'm not really much of a builder, so don't be expecting much from me. I will try my best. I'll try as much as I can to make a good looking house. So let's get back to it. Now, I really struggle with the shapes of roofs. but I think this isn't going to look too bad. I just need to make sure that it matches on both sides. Otherwise it will start to look funny if it's not symmetrical. And yeah, I think I'm liking the shape of that. Let's fill in the rest of it. I also framed up a quick window at the front of the house as well, which you'll soon see. Next I started filling in the roof, which I wanted to utilize some colour for, until I realised it looked like shit, and then I got rid of it. And then I went back to our trusty old spruce wood, which has never let me down before, and this looked much better, at least in my opinion. I also made sure to texture this with slabs and trapdoors to add a bit of a rustic, rundown look. Yeah, so anyway, I've been doing some boarding on the house. This is where I'm at so far. It's not looking too bad. It is starting to shape together now. It is getting there. I'll get back into it and I'll keep making sure to update you guys along the way. Oh my gosh, hold on. I better sort this fella out. Okay, come here, you mongrel. You want a piece of this? Let's do this. Why are you out in the water, man? That's so annoying. Okay, let's go sort those guys out too. Okay, let's see. Goodbye. Oh, yeah, I got hit a couple times. And what? You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Anyway, let's get back to building. So at this point, the house was really starting to come together quite nicely. I was really liking the overall framing and roof of the house, except it was still looking quite bare, so I finally started filling in the walls, before I got a bit distracted and then moved on to the porch, which, to be fair, I'm glad I did, because this really started bringing everything all together. Okay, so I'm thinking about using lecterns as my little rail, but one, they're super expensive, and two, the color might not even match. Actually, I tell a lie. I really like that. I think that's perfect. Except I'm going to need a crap load more leather. I don't really have many cows over here, so I'm going to carry on breeding these fellas until I can have enough leather to put lecterns all the way around my little balcony area here. While I waited for the cows to grow up, I got back to finishing off my porch. I then added some planks as the floor to our house, and finally filled in the walls on the bottom floor. I added the front door with some trapdoors around it to give it a larger feel, and yeah, I'm liking how that looks. Okay, well, we've made some decent progress on the house so far, and I'm actually really liking how it's looking. However, we are going to need some more resources, so I'm going to put a pause on building the house for the time being, and I'm going to go gather some resources. Be back soon.
2 hours later.
You know what we could do? We could put a little stream going through here and around the house that connects to the ocean. Yeah, why don't we do that? That's a good idea. Quick disclaimer, I'm not exactly sure why I started gathering resources that I was supposed to use to finish building my starter base, which is the one project I wanted to complete, but instead I started randomly digging a river which I had no current intention of building until my mind randomly came up with the idea. But yeah. Okay, I've done this much and I'm sick of it. We need to get efficiency on this shovel ASAP. And there we are. Ooh, and I'm breaking 3, that's actually pretty good. Anyway, as I mentioned, I started work on carving out a river that connected from behind our house to the ocean out the front. I went through and decorated the bottom of the riverbed with a mixture of stone, cobblestone and tuff. I also textured the riverbank with sand, coarser and path blocks. And with a bit of editing magic and speeding up, this is just about finished. I only had one minor problem, and that was I was nearly out of resources once again. So back to the mines.
I yearned for the mines.
It was at this point that I also realized that I was not getting enough leather from breeding cows. So I had the crazy idea to go find a bastion in the nether, get gold to trade with piglins, and hopefully get lots of leather that way. And well, I'm glad I did, because I did get all the leather I needed. I also randomly decided to get rid of all these trees. So, well, bam. Nice. I think what I'll do is I'll quickly just finish off this little area here and fill in the rest of the walls. As you can see, there's still a few holes in here, so we'll fill the rest of this in, we'll finish this section off here, and then we'll get into some detailing and interior work afterwards. Sweet, and I think that looks good. And voila! And I'm thinking I want to add some kind of window here. I just got to figure out how I want to design that. Okay, and I think that's looking pretty good. So now we just got to keep texturing and detailing the rest of the walls here. So let's get into it. I nearly just died. Thanks, Mr. Creeper. From memory, I think I needed 18 more. So hopefully this should be exactly what we need. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, I really am liking this patio area so far. I'm actually loving how this is coming together. I don't think I want these windows here, and instead I think I want to bring a section of this wall forward a bit, just to add a bit more depth there, because it's looking just a little bit flat. And yeah, I think that looks a little bit better, and then obviously I can just texture that a little bit, and then maybe I can turn these sections on the side into windows. Maybe if I start with the garden pot around the front side, and I can put some fences in as some support and braces. Yeah, I think that looks alright. You know what, I think I'm going to take this log pillar out from the front side just so I can make this wall 4 blocks high and I can have a 2 block tall window. I definitely think that looks a lot better, but doesn't make sense. I think I just need to get rid of these corner blocks and bring that up one. Yep. Okay, I really like that. That makes a lot of sense. We'll just have to replicate that down the other side, but that's not too hard. And yeah, like I was saying, now we can have a 2 block tall window, which I think is going to look much better than having a 1 block window. So we can do the same thing on this side. Now we should address this window at the top here. Yeah, I think that looks alright. Maybe while I'm up here, I'll also add in some fence underneath these back sections here, add a bit more support and a bit more detail. And we'll do a similar thing over this side. And yeah, I think that looks good. Maybe I just need to add some kind of detail to this top section here. Maybe I can start with adding a few fences at the top, maybe on the side here. Maybe I'll do something like this, just with a trapdoor underneath these fences. Maybe another one here. I don't think that looks horrible. Actually, maybe I will bring that back down a block and then extend the fence. So if I just add a bush there, and yeah, I think that does it. Sweet, well with that, I think I'm actually happy with the front side. Oh, I haven't done up there. Maybe what I'll do is I'll add some stripped acacia logs. Maybe I'll try that. Yes, and I do like that. Maybe just add some final details. We can add some stairs around the top here and some signs potentially. Yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that, you know. Yeah, I do really like that. That's coming together really well. Except maybe on that second window behind me there, I should add in some dark logs like how I did on this side. Otherwise, this is pretty much all I want to do to the front side of the house. What I'll do now is I'll just go around the side and the back and I'll repeat a very similar process. So nothing to bore you guys with. I'll jump straight to the end and show you guys the end result. Okay, and for the most part, I've finished all of the wooden details around the entire external of the house. I just want to go through and add in some flowers and some greenery. I also want to add in some leaves and some moss blocks on the roof and give it a bit of a weathered old look. So yeah, I'll go through and I'll add a bit of greenery and some shrubs to this build, and then that should pretty much be the exterior wrapped up. Then we'll have to work on the interior, and then we'll finish with doing some landscaping. Oh my gosh, more of these guys? Why can they not just leave me alone? Okay, let me get a shield and I will escort them off the premises. Okay, let's do this. Okay, now we need to decorate the interior. And with a bit of editing magic, we've got our main living area here, we've got a kitchen, a little lounge here, and our dining area. We've got our nice grand fireplace heating up the entire house. Our trusty storage area here, our little washroom here at the back underneath the stairs, which also leads to the back door of the house. We have our main staircase in front of the foyer, which when we go up takes us to our main living area with our bedroom, another lounge upstairs, and a little reading nook in front of the ocean. And finally, we have a little attic up here, which is currently empty, but where we're going to put our enchanting setup, our armory, our vault, etc, etc. So with that all complete, the only thing left for this episode really is to finish off the landscaping. Okay, the first thing I think we should do is finish off this river. I got a bit distracted. I obviously made a start and then only got halfway through it before I ran off and did something else. Probably the ADHD, I don't know, something wrong with me. But yeah, let's finish this off. We obviously got to fill it with water, and then we've also got to connect it to the pond here and the little river / lake back here. So I'm just working on a bit of a shape here. I think I want this river to split about here and then go both directions into the ocean. But I'm also just trying to figure out what kind of shape I want that to look like. So I think if I fill this in here, yeah, I think I want it to follow out this way, kind of in this direction like that. And I kind of realized we're almost converting our pond that we had here into a bit of a river, but that's alright. Yeah, I think that sort of shape's okay. It doesn't look that great right now, but you got to trust the process. Oh my gosh, I cannot catch a break from these guys. Yellow. Oh, dodging like the Matrix. Oh, get duked. Damn, bruh. Yo, bad. Okay, so I'm really liking how all of this is starting to come together. I've just realized that one thing I've been putting off for so long that I keep saying I'm going to do is fill up this gosh dang river with water. So without further ado and no more procrastinating, I am going to fill this river in to the top with water. Our final steps now are to finish the animal pen off and finish our farmland. We're on the home stretch now. Okay, before I do anything else, I just want to terraform this area a little bit, flatten it out, add a few more layers. Okay, and that completes all the landscaping we need to do. Okay, I've just been doing a little bit of thinking. I think I want to put the animal pen in the center here, and I'll kind of shape it to fit in with the path that we have going on. So I'll just start with making a bit of a fence around this sort of area and then see where we get to. So something like that. And then what I want to do is incorporate some logs in here, something like this. Just having them spread out every now and then, I think looks pretty good. Something sort of like that. I don't want it to be uniform, I just want it to be a little bit sporadic. And then what we can do is put some spruce slabs on top of these logs so the animals can't jump out. Yeah, I think I like that. And then we can continue our path through the center here. And then we can bring the path around the back side of this pen as well. Something like that. Maybe we even connect it up along this side too. Yeah, and I really like that. So why don't we get some wheat and start bringing some of these animals over. Sweet, so with all the animals in, I think it's time to start putting our farmlands down. I do have some ideas for another building that I want to put here in a future episode, but for the time being, just so it's not empty, I'm just going to fill it in with farmland. I'll probably do some farmland around the house as well, fill this all in with wheat and whatnot. So yeah, let's just quickly go make ourselves a home and then start planting some crops. Alright guys, and here we are. I did a little bit of work off camera. I built this cute little bridge over here. I also added in some custom trees, which you can see around. And finally, I also added in some final touches around the place, just cleaning it all up and making it all look good for you guys. So yeah, that's going to wrap up episode 1 of my very first hardcore world. If you made it this far, seriously, thank you. It means the absolute world to me. I have put a crazy amount of time into this episode, especially the editing. Being completely new to YouTube, everything just took way longer than expected. But I had a lot of fun making it, and I really hope you had fun watching. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and maybe even hit the bell so you don't miss out on episode 2, which is already in works, by the way. So, until then, peace guys. Oh, you see that dolphin? Alright, seriously, bye. Oh, fishies. Oh, heaps of fishies. Oh my gosh. Dude, why are you still watching? Like, for real, just click off. This is just weird now. I could do this all day.